Hey everyone! Today our theme is use your knees. Try 7 of these if you please. So everything is revolving around our knees. I have a small mat that I'm using to spare my knees considering I am doing this outside because it's nice to get out right about now. The first thing we are going to try are our knee hinges. So we want our hips nice and square, our knees hip distance apart, everything nice and flat, and you want to try to lean back nice and flat as far as you can go. I want you to see how long you can possibly hold that. Ideally, we're going for about a 45-degree angle. Our next one is a perch. So now you want to try to lift both feet off the ground and find your balance. And again, try to hold that for as long as possible. Now with each of those, if you're using head directionals and you're turning towards your audience, I want you to make sure that you practice both sides. For those who would like a little bit of an easier option, you can just practice a knee balance and try to lift both of your knees and see if you are able to balance. Anytime you're balancing on your knees, you want to find that sweet spot. There's like a push in your knee that you're able to balance and not have pain. You shouldn't feel anything digging into the ground or into the foam. It should feel as though your knees become your feet, essentially. You're going to do your knee spin, in which case you have one knee down. You're going to fold the other one in and roll the other one up. Try it both directions. Now we have our knee drops. And since I know it's been a while for a lot of us, I'm going to give the easier option for practicing them, in which case I ask that your hands are on your hips and you pop the heel of one foot and you keep your knee in alignment with your hip. As you rotate it in, your entire leg goes with as you demi-plie on your opposite leg. Everything moves together. Next we have our legs up and over, and we're going to try to get our knees to the ground. See how far you can stretch them? It takes a little bit of practice, and these are a lot more challenging than just getting your feet to the ground for a lot of people. For those who have practiced, when you're sitting in a cross swastika position, you can practice your roll around, in which case you walk your hands all the way around in a circle. You want to try to lay down and sit back up when you're at the middle point in the back. This is a big challenge one, so have patience with it. One of the next options you can practice is just simply your plies. We need our knees in order to be able to practice our plies, and that helps limber them up. You can also practice your fondus, where you're doing a demi-plie on one foot. Do a roll through to a releve position and back down. Again, our knees are engaged for each of those. And you can practice forced arch pirouettes, in which case you can start in a jazz fourth and pull it up, keeping that knee nice and bent. So again, you're here and pull it up. You can also practice passe plie releve step. This is something that a lot of my jazz dancers do. Again, hands on your hips, or you can practice jazz second and go passe plie releve step. Passe plie releve step. You can also do that at a more expedited pace, where you're where you can hold your foot, bring it to an attitude, and demi-plie, and stretch, and demi-plie, and stretch. You can also extend, and you can do this to the side, and you can do this to the back. You can also practice your holding of your knees. You can do this laying down or standing up. If you're standing up, you're going to want to start in first position and hug your leg in the second on layer position. So you bring that knee up and to the side, and remember, we want to keep that a little bit in front of us until we have a stronger turnout. We don't want to be wrenching it, but you just want to hug it. If you do that laying down, you just want to hug that leg out to the side. You can do this straight forward or to the side. Ideally, we want this to be to the side for right now. Again, choose 7 of these to work on and see how that all goes. That is your final challenge of this week, and I will see you tomorrow with some dance art. See you then.